But since then, the Christians have evolved different systems. They're, sophisticated. They're more sophisticated now. So they come into this, the verse I quoted you from Surah Maryam. So they have tried to find fault with the Quran. They tried to find fault with the Quran. Previously, they were attacking Islam, the Holy Prophet of Islam. Attacked him, attacked Islam, attacked the Quran, and they found that they couldn't get a honey with that. So they changed their methods. They are master psychologists. They are in the field for at least 300 years. They are doing the job. They know psychology. So they tried different methods. Now they write books by the Orientalists. So they write, it says Muhammad was a sincere man, but a false prophet. See, he was a sincere man, but a false prophet. They would say that we find no deliberate deception on the part of Muhammad. Muhammad didn't deliberately deceive anybody. But poor man, he was illiterate. He didn't know what he was doing. So inadvertently he was deceiving the people. We find no deliberate deception on his part. Now they study the Quran. And they're taking us to task. They're forcing us to study the Quran. You know that? So from Surah Maryam, we read there, the birth of Jesus. After the Annunciation, she goes away to a remote place in the east, and when the child is born, she returns with the babe. As the Quran says in Surah Maryam, I think verse 23, it says, فَأَتَتَ بِهِ قَوْمَهَا تَحْمِلُهُ. At length, she brought the babe to her people, carrying him in her arms. قَالُوا يَا مَرْيَمُ لَقَدْ جِئْتِ شَيْئًا فَرِيًّا. They said, who? The Jews. They said, "Oh Mary, truly an amazing thing has thou brought. Ya ukhta Haruna, O sister of Harun, ma kana abuki imra'a sawin wa ma kanat ummuki baghiya." Says, your father was not a man of evil, nor thy mother a woman unchaste. They are insinuating, how is it that you brought this child without a husband? You know you are not married. Alleging that this child is illegitimate. Your father was a good man, your mother was a good woman, and now you bringing this child, being an unmarried girl. What is she to do? She knows that this was no ordinary child. So, as Allah says, فَأَشَارَتْ إِلَيْهِ, but she pointed to the babe. Ask him. And by a miracle, Hazrat Isa alayhi salam spoke according to the Quranic tradition. He said, قَالَ إِنِّي عَبْدُ اللَّهِ. So most certainly I am the servant of Allah. آتَانِيَ الْكِتَابِ. He has given me revelation. وَجَعَلْنِي نَبِيًّا. And he has made me, and so on and so forth. But now, the Christians are reading this. The Quran, they're reading and studying the Quran. And they are posing us questions, problems. See, I was delivering a lecture in Johannesburg. At the end of it, Christian missionary, during at question time, he says, Mr. Deedat, your Prophet Muhammad was illiterate, an ummi. I said, yes. But he said, not only that, he was ignorant. An ummi, an illiterate person, might be able to lead. God has given him self-knowledge, intelligence, and he can still lead, though he can't read and write. But an ignorant person will mislead people. So your Prophet, not only he was an ummi, but he was ignorant. So I'm asking, what are you talking about? What are you referring to? He said, look in the Quran, chapter 19. It says there, Ya ukhta Haruna, O sister of Harun. Who? To Maryam alayhi salam. He said, you see, your Prophet didn't know the difference between this Maryam, the mother of Jesus, and that Maryam, the sister of Hazrat Musa alayhi salam and Harun alayhi salam. They had a sister called Maryam. The Westerner calls her Miriam. In Hebrew is the same. This Miriam and that Miriam are the same. In Arabic, this Maryam and that Maryam are the same. But for convenience, they call this one Mary, and the other one they read in the word Miriam. See, they anglicize this one Mary, but it's Miriam, same. So your Prophet didn't know the difference between this Maryam and that Maryam. He's confused. So he says, a man who doesn't know the difference. There's 1,300 years difference between that Maryam and this Maryam. And your Prophet didn't know. So poor man, he's misleading the people. He's thinking that this Maryam's father, was Harun. Probably she had a father called Harun, or a brother called Harun. He says, no, he's confused. See, now this is a new study they are doing now. You have to be prepared now. And I think, alhamdulillah, they are actually forcing us to read the Quran. Without these people, we are still carry away Khatmul Quran, chanting away, without knowing what we are chanting. They are now waking us up. They say, look, this is something wrong here. So now you have to put on your thinking cap, go to your alims and find out what is all this thing about. Is there any truth in what they are saying? So, you see, what are you going to say? Ask our learned men. They'll tell you, says, no. You see, this is a manner of trying to speak about the seriousness of the matter, that your father was a good man, your mother was a good woman, and you come from such a noble family, the family of Harun alayhi salam. See, because the imamat in the Bani Israel was a family tradition. Hazrat Musa alayhi salam and Harun alayhi salam were Levites, the priestly class, the imamat of the Bani Israel, the imams. Among such a family is Maryam alayhi salam born. So you come from such a noble ancestry. How is it now that you brought a child without a husband? Christian says, no, your prophet didn't know the difference. He's not prepared to listen. The Muslim will hear this and he accepts it. Yeah, no, I can see the point. I can see the logic, the reasoning. Why Ukhta Harun? Why sister of Harun? But the guy who's looking for trouble, he says, no, your prophet didn't know the difference. So I was confronted with this, and because of the type of reading that I've been doing, dealing with the Christians, talking to them, see, Allah Ta'ala, from his ilm ladunni, he tickles you. You know, no Jibreel comes to you anymore. Anybody you come across who tells you he's hearing voices, send him, take him to a psychiatrist. I don't hear voices. But you know, Allah Ta'ala in his wisdom, he gives it to you. Ilm ladunni is from his own presence. You get it. So I said, you know, the answer to your problem is in your own book. This problem you are creating, the answer is in your own book. He said, where? I said, the first book of the New Testament, the Gospel of St. Matthew. Chapter 1, verse 1. I don't know whether you'll forget. Book 1, chapter 1, verse 1. The answer is there. To your problem about Ukhta Harun. He said, what does it say? I said, it says, this is the generation of Jesus Christ. The birth of Jesus, his ancestry, his genealogy. The son of Abraham, the son of David. Right? He said, right. That's what he said. The son of Abraham, the son of David. So he is Abraham's father, son, and he is David's son. Abraham is his father, David is his father. And then in the book of Luke, this is Joseph the carpenter, who being the son of Joseph. Joseph is his father. In the book of Mark, he said God is his father. A guy who's got 4 fathers. What do you call him in your language, colloquial language? What do you call him? A man who's got 4 fathers. What do you call him? I'm asking him, what do you call a guy who's got 4 fathers? What do you call him? He said, no, it doesn't mean that. So what does it mean? He says Abraham is his father, David is his father, Joseph is his father, God is his father, he's got 4 fathers. Jesus Christ. So no, it doesn't mean that. What does it mean? He says, no, you see he comes from the prophetic tradition of Abraham and the kingly family of David. He's the supposed son of Joseph the carpenter, but really he's the son of God. I said, you see, and that's what I'm telling you, that Ukhta Harun does not necessarily mean sister of Harun. His son of Abraham doesn't mean son of Abraham. Then why should it say the brother of sister of Harun mean sister of Harun? Now this is a different type of knowledge. You agree? And I know you don't find this in books. This is practical experience, things come out.